Hello everyone, it's Mark and welcome back. In this video I want to talk to you about the Marchman Act and divorce proceedings. So in this video I'm going to discuss how the Marchman Act can come into play if you're in the middle of a divorce. It could also come into play if you are already divorced. So there have been a number of times where we have been asked to Marchman Act somebody. It might be the husband, it might be the wife. And they're asking us to Marchman Act their soon-to-be ex-spouse and want to know if they can do it while there's a divorce proceeding pending. And the simple answer is yes. I've seen cases where one spouse Marchman Acted the other one and then the divorce happened after that. I've seen other cases where one spouse wanted to Marchman Act the other one and there was already a divorce pending. I've also seen cases where the spouses, the parents were already divorced, and a Marchman Act comes along. So this is a very interesting dilemma, and I think what it does is it brings up the whole issue of sword versus shield. And what do I mean by sword versus shield? What I mean is the Marchman Act is intended to help people. It's not designed to hurt somebody. So if somebody calls me up, and really this applies even if you're not in the middle of a divorce, but if they call me up and they're using it to try and hurt somebody, I'm going to tell them, listen, I'm not going to help you because that's not what I'm here to do. We help people here. That's the goal here. The goal here is to help people who are dealing with substance use and mental illness. And if you're just trying to use this proceeding to try and hurt somebody, to stick it to them, or to try and leverage them in the divorce proceeding, I'm not your lawyer. And I'm going to tell you that straight. I don't want your case. I don't want your money. And please don't call me again. I have seen cases where that has happened, and I've just flatly refused to accept the representation. But there are times where even though spouses are getting divorced or they've been divorced, where a Marchman Act is appropriate, and that typically happens when there's children involved. And while the spouses, maybe sort of at each other's throats, perhaps they just don't even perhaps they just hate each other. The one thing they have in common is a child or children. And I've had conversations with one client who was already divorced and said, my ex wife and I don't get along, but she's a terrific mother, and my children need their mother. In order for that to happen, I need to make sure that she's sober. And I think this was an instance where the ex-wife was using and abusing alcohol significantly. And so those are instances where the Marchman Act can be a useful tool. Again, we're trying to actually help somebody, even if they don't perceive that we're trying to help them. I'm going to steer clear of the whole divorce thing. And if I even get a sort of a whiff that it's being used to hurt somebody, I'm going to withdraw from the case. So yes, Marchman Act can come up in divorce proceedings. It can come up before the divorce is even initiated, and it can come up after the fact. So that was a great question. If you have any more like that, I'm always happy to answer them. The whole goal here with these videos is to try and help as many people as possible, to give away as much information as I possibly can. I'm happy to do it. I enjoy it. If you decide after the fact that you want to have a consult with us, again, I don't charge for a consult. If you hire us, then that's a different conversation to talk about attorney's fees and costs. So with that said, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.